To me, my feeling, they're not flowing right now. It's like, they went from the iPhone 5 to the iPhone 5C, not to the iPhone 5S. Or I'm probably saying it in the wrong, order, but you get my point. You understand my point because a lot of things are changing now. Apple is not the way it used to be. With Steve Jobs, with the leader, with the head management, with core, corporation behind it. So I had to think for a moment because it's not flowing anymore. It's like they like you're got a boat and you're going through water and finally there's like a couple rocks in the river and now your boat gets stuck in the river and now you gotta call for help. This is what Apple needs to do right now. They actually need to call for help. And who I'm thinking, I got a cold. Sorry about that. who I'm thinking they need to call for help for is Android. I mean, I think they have been calling for help for Android because there's a lot of controversy between Apple and Android, and the creativity is crazy right now. You guys probably don't understand, but when I mean creativity is crazy, if you compare and contrast, between iPhone and Android during the past few years, you understand that they are kind of actually looking the same. With the back of the iPhone 5C, that's plastic. Well, plastic was Android's thing. That was Android's things on the back of on their phone. And now look at iOS. Look when you download iOS, what is that looking like? All colorful and all bubbly. Who else has that? Think about it, people. Who else has that? Android. So you can't actually say that one is better than the other. You can say one, they have different levels that they can reach, and their goal is probably different. But you can't actually say, well, I better like Apple, I better like Android. You can't really do that anymore. You can't do that because it's like it's a copy. It's like a copycat situation. I mean, even back since when it used to be Apple versus Windows. And don't let me get started on Windows because I actually think that Windows is now taking over in efficiency. I really think that's my opinion. I know you other geeks out there might say otherwise, but really I think Windows is actually taking over tech efficiency. Meaning they're collaborating, meaning they're getting more out there. The Windows Phone is sleek, it's reliable, it's professional looking. And if you like that look, that's the look that Windows Phone is having over Apple and now over Android. So the whole market is going to be backwards now. It's going to be backwards because you're not going to see, well, I knew people. Reason why we like that Apple because of the professionalism and because most of all, the name. That is the real reason why we actually liked it or love Apple. That's because of the name. That's because of the brand. That's because of what Apple meant for. But now, since the days are dawning down, it's like, well, wait, hold on. Every new phone Apple is making is turning to Android Similac or Android copy. That's not what we're looking for. That's not what we need right now. We need something new. We knew Apple for bringing 100% fully function, operating, no bug, no nothing to the table. And now iOS 7. I tried it. It's buggy. It's really buggy. It's really laggy. It's really, the screens are glaring. That's not what we knew Apple for. And so my thought today is like, we need to look out for one another. And it's like, it's not a debate of who's better and who's best. It's all about who's bringing all to the table, who's actually bringing all of their bars to the table. That's who it is. And to be honest right now, in computer world or in corporation world, Windows is. That's my thought. Windows. I'm saying Windows. I know other people's going to get mad. Whatever. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. Because while Apple and Android's battling, who else is in the market, dude? You got to check it out. Who else is in the market? Windows, phone. No, come on. What about Lumia, Nokia? So we got to think about that. We got to understand that this is just happening for a little while. I hope that the curve or the road, wherever Apple's turning, will pretty end soon. I know Steve Jobs will question what's going on right now because iOS 7 operate is not ready. It's still not ready. They're going to keep working on 7.1, 7.2, for later updates. But this version, if it was in another way or transformation, to be honest, it's not ready yet. It needs some more work. So hopefully the updates in the future will get that taken care of. And again, this was brought to you by knowitall.com. Like my Facebook page, Know It All. And that was my advice for today. My thoughts on iOS. My thoughts on the phone companies. That's my